Hey, it is ReZoura coming to you guys with another video. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. I'm here to show you the Famitsu translation of the interview recently with a developer from Devil May Cry 5. And this is basically confirming Vergil is in fact the father of Nero. So, personally for me, I'm not exactly sure if you guys want me to read it and you guys kind of listen. I'm not sure, so I'll just kind of read it, and if you guys don't want to hear me talk, you can pause it and do your thing. So here we are, and in the beginning he says, "The game has had quite a reaction at the E3 2018 briefing, didn't it? Okabe. We were so happy that the crowd reacted just as we hoped. We wanted them to be confused at first, see the Capcom logo and wonder what it could be, and then explode in joy upon seeing Devil May Cry neon sign. Dante's appearance at the end was awesome too. We made the trailer with the intention of announcing the return of Nero and Dante, so we were happy with the reaction we got. People were confused whether the character first shown in the trailer was Dante or Nero, until they saw Dante at the end. But the reaction we expected as well. But that reaction was expected as well. So I'm not going to say the name, because I know people get very angry when I say the name, pronounce the names wrong. So I'm just going to say O and then continue the sentence. Okay. After the Xbox E3 2018 briefing, we gathered back at the hotel. Isuno-san was so happy. I thought he was going to cry. He said he saw comments on the stream that made him happy. That was Mathew, actually. O says, we had been working intensely on the game. Now that we could show it to everyone, our team in Japan was also watching the live stream at 5 AM in the morning at our office. Like watching the Olympics. By the way, was the footage shown in E3 when rendered in real time on console? Yes, that was not a pre-rendered movie. It's something you can enjoy in the real game. Mathew, thanks to the power of RE Engine. How long have you been working on the project? O says, it's been about 3 years after the development team was formed, but Isuno had been working on the project since Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition. Devil May Cry was finished. DMC Devil May Cry was created mainly by Ninja Theory as DMC V development by Capcom's internal developing team. O says, yes, the majority of our developers is based in Osaka. We also assembled the DMC staff, which consists of people that worked on the previous DMC titles. You could say this game is a legitimate sequel to Devil May Cry 4 created by the original developers. When developing Devil May Cry 5, what was your vision for the game? We wanted to make something that made full use of the power of the current generation consoles. So our technical goal was 4K 60 frames per second. Itsuno also wanted the game to be photorealistic. So we worked with a few people from other companies to scan people's faces and clothes. We particularly focused on making good-looking characters. So we modeled the characters after real fashion models to create a stylish Devil May Cry that is also realistic. Being stylish is one of Devil May Cry's strongest traits. What about action? The action Devil May Cry has to be very tight. We are working on movements and controls that feel like Devil May Cry, while paying close attention not to make them fall into the uncanny valley of character movements. What is this? Uncanny valley of character movements. Since the models are very realistic, if a movement was anime-like, it would feel very unnatural, whether it's pulling a gun or sword or putting it away. Anything that would have been passable if we used anime-like models would feel very weird on realistic models. It's extremely difficult to create animations that look good while considering all that. I say this is where Capcom excels at. I see. Being realistic is not enough for Devil May Cry. When we tried to make the animations realistic, there were more preparatory motions for each movement, which made the response time of the game worse. Our challenges was to solve this issue while not failing into the uncanny valley. I have no idea what that means. Since the fans have been waiting for this game for almost 10 years, they should be expecting an excellent action game. Do you feel a lot of pressure? Do you feel a lot of pressure making this game? Our team is full of capable people, so I'm confident we are able to do it. After all, good action is necessary for a Devil May Cry game. We believe it in Itsuno. He's a person who always thinks about what the fans want and understands it well. I have no doubts about that. So, you are developing the game with confidence. I suppose you are eager to announce the game to the world? Actually, someone suggested that we announced it last year, but we wanted to do so at the best time, and here we are. We also thought it would be more exciting if we showed the game alongside with Resident Evil 2. As many of you may be aware, the Resident Evil series is like a brother to DMC, so it was like telling the world that the brothers are back and more. Haha! Oh fuck, I'm sorry for that. OC. Also, I want to say that the game's aiming to be the last and the best action game in the... Oh, I don't know that word. Just skip it, period. The current era in Japan, which ends in April 2019. That might be a good catchphrase here in Japan. You can't delay the release of the game then. Right. We can't say it's going to be the last and the best game in the fucking word again. Period. And then release it after it's over. I assume you can't tell much about the story, but we will see what happens between Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 5 in the game. We won't tell much about what happens in between, but things like what happened to Nero or why Nico is there will be shown in the game also. We already announced that we have 3 playable characters. The character to the left is Dante, one in the center is Nero, but who would the third person to the right be? Is that a man? Maybe. Do we know this character already? Maybe. There's a little hint about the character in the video we made for Nero's theme song. Oh, I didn't think you would say that. Are you saying you can find out who the character is by listening to the song? No, bitch. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Okay, I don't think so. If you watch the video instead of just listening to it, you might be able to find the message we hid in the video. This is a very secret Easter egg we're talking about here, aren't we? So the Easter egg is not something that makes sense right now. Right, we plan to continue hiding similar Easter eggs in our future promotions, meaning there will be more than one trailer, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord! These Easter eggs won't reveal everything, but we hope they will reveal, keep fans engaged. Nero's new design is apparently well received. According to Itsuno, the model was chosen because we wanted him to look younger than Dante and express that Nero is Vergil's son. Let's take a moment I'm going to reread that, okay? According to Itsuno, this model was chosen because we wanted him to look younger than Dante and express that Nero is Vergil's son. Sorry. You may dislike if you don't like that. Some fans said that he looks just like his father, so I was happy people could see the similarity. Of course, I didn't because I was fucking blind, so I had to, do a little research, but that's just my personal problem. Can you tell us about Nero's new prosthetic arm? The Devil Breaker. Oh, the prosthetic arm created by Nico will change the game drastically. Devil Breaker has some slots for cartridges, and you can carry them when the mission begins. They are very powerful but fragile. You have to dodge enemy attacks, so they will be very easy to. They will break very easy. So you need to put a new cartridge when one breaks. There are some cartridges placed in each level, and you can also buy them from Nico, who will arrive in a van. The arm is one of Nero's core mechanics in this game. Nico also looks like an interesting character. We can't tell everything right now, but let's just say Isunu-san has already made a backstory for her explaining why she behaves like that. Oh, before I continue to the next paragraph, some of you don't know this, but I played the beta. Just before you guys get pissed off and triggered, I live I live in two. I have two homes. Okay, I live in London, and I also live in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is in America, and a few other places in California. Okay, so the backstory in this is that I had did my video that has 150,000 K views, and it was talking about Nero being the father. So I had got an email from I know I should probably provide this to you. Damn, I can't do it right now, but I had an email that was sent to me talking about the beta and everything, and that's for another video. I wanted you guys to know about that I actually did test it, and the details are kind of in the video. I didn't exactly explain too much, but kind of shit that you guys have seen in the video, but things you haven't seen. But yeah, that's about it. I'm going to continue right now. Is Nico pure human? Does she have any sort of demon power? Nico is 100% human. She comes from a lineage of gunsmiths. Lastly, do you have something to say to the fans? We've kept you waiting for so long. For the first time in 10 years, we will present you a game Itsuno and the team put a lot of effort into. We hope you'll be looking forward to it. The reason why okay, let's just that's basically the end of it. Mathew here is just talking about why he started to read in Japanese and translate it, because he started playing Devil May Cry when he was very young, and he, etc. like that, so it influenced him. Uh, so, lastly, the ending here, when it says lastly, do you have anything to say to the fans? He was talking about the gunsmith part, and the girl comes from, I'm sure everyone knows that Nico is the daughter of the gunsmith lady that made Dante's weapons. And there's probably a few other things that we can go over in this interview, but if you probably guys might do it anyway in the comment section. Thank you all so much. I love you all. Thank you for the support on the last few videos I made, and it's been ReZoura. Peace.